Hello YouTube. You're gonna have to put up with only seeing half my face. Yeah, I've had a little victory. I thought I'd share it with you guys. I've just finished work, putting the old checks in the bank, and see a JW car in my hometown. I thought, well, why not? You know, it's a nice day. Sort of glide on over there, and before I've even got to them, they're already packing up. So yes, it's got to the point now where in my town, I mean, it's not a massive town, but it's not small either. I don't know, 40,000 people, I think, maybe, something, I don't know. But yeah, there's a fair few. There's two congregations here. When I was in, there's about 100 in each congregation, something like that. I don't know how many there are now, but there are definitely still two congs here. But yeah, they just don't exist in the mornings anymore. So I've saved a lot of commuters, a lot of hassle. Hey! Yeah, really happy. Look, I love making videos, I love crashing them, I love showing them up for what they are. But I've always said to everyone on my comments and everyone who knows me in the real world, a draw is as good as a win. If they're packing up and moving off, then I'm happy. I've got no reason to follow them, I've got no reason to pursue them. They are civilians at that point. I just don't care about them. If they're not by the cart, that's wonderful. They're not roping anybody else in, that's great. Yeah, the other thing I wanted to sort of mention was we had an awesome experience yesterday. I was with my co-worker, and we were cleaning windows, obviously. And about 3 doors down, a guy in a suit, leaning over an iPad, leaning into the door. I says to John, my mate, that's a JW. Oh, you can't tell from this far away. I said, I guarantee you, mate, I can see him from like 2 towns away. Do you know what I mean? So went over. He's on clearly on a return visit sort of thing. You know, he's full flow. I says to the homeowner, who's sort of like in his doorway with his arm across the door. You know, I don't know if anyone else has sort of studied psychology and stuff, but even subconsciously he's barring that JW from coming into his house. Either way, I made some sort of excuse about oh, we're cleaning windows, would you like a price, sort of thing. Oh no, I've already got a window cleaner. Oh, that's fine, no problems. What are you selling today, mate? Oh, well, I'm not selling anything, my friend. I am a member of Jehovah's Witnesses. I was telling to the homeowner and went, I'm going to leave, mate. Just be very careful. That's a very, very vicious cult that's knocking on your door. Like that. And the guy sort of looked at me a little bit intrigued. Now, at this point, if he had given me any sort of signal that he didn't want to hear what I said, I would have run off of his property. I am not there to intimidate him. I'm never there to intimidate anyone, but I'm not there to make anyone feel uncomfortable on their own doorstep. That is not now, nor will it ever be my philosophy. As I just said, I don't care if witnesses are walking off down the road. I've got no reason to speak to them. If they're mobile and then cartwheels and moving, I don't care about them. They're just civilians, if you like. It's only when they're actually proselytizing that I will go up and save people from being dragged in. So anyway, the guy sort of looked at me. So I says, I'd like to let you know that I was actually a member of this cult for 15 years. I wish I got it on camera. It's 15 years. So I says, and now my brother and sister don't talk to me. They're not allowed to. They put their head down across the road. My sister blanks my mom now as well. It's just bizarre. But yeah, so anyway, and he said, the homeowner says, well, if you left at 15, when did you join? He's now asking me questions. I says, oh, I was born into it, but I say at this point the Jehovah's Witness says, so why did you leave? Well, basically, what's your status in the organisation? You know, I says, it wasn't disfellowship, wasn't disassociated. I just left at 15, didn't want to go anymore. Started discovering a few home truths that I didn't like about it. The homeowner then says, oh, so if you're if you left at 15, you must have been heavily brainwashed. This is the homeowner. You must have been heavily brainwashed. How did you escape? The JW's face just dropped. At this point, I'm confident to myself that this guy is now not only not wanting me to be on his property, but is so happy that someone is there to rescue him from this cretin. So anyway, yeah, I was there for 15 minutes. I'll tell you something absolutely liberating. I'll give you a few details as they come to me, but something absolutely liberating was because I didn't go there with the intention of videoing it, making a video, anything like that. No, they're not in their other spot either. Hey, I think I've cleared the entire town. Because I didn't go there with the intention of making a video, I had my phone on me and it wasn't being used as a recording device. So I had full access to the internet, to videos, to YouTube, to all the good stuff, which I used just, if I do say so myself, beautifully. During the 15 odd minutes that we were on the doorstep, I spoke mainly about just doctrine, or harmful doctrine, so blood, stuff like that. I touched on child abuse to start off with. I didn't want to bring that up. Again, it's not something that a lot of people are comfortable talking about, and I don't blame them. I'm not comfortable talking about it either. I will bring it up with Jehovah's Witnesses because they have to know what is being hidden from them in order to protect their children, but I don't want to push all the gory details onto a homeowner. However, when I started talking about it, he started asking me leading questions. So that actually developed to a good portion of it being talking about the child abuse policies. The Jehovah's Witness turned around to me. I'm guessing it was a return visit because he was there on his own, and it was it may not have been the first house he did on the road. It was certainly the last. But he turns around and says, actually, we've updated our policy. I said, I'll cut you off there, my friend. May 2019 study edition. Is that what you're about to talk about? Yes, it is. We've got fantastic policies. So I says, actually, my friend, you don't even call the police unless it's mandated by law. Yes, we do. I can tell you that we do. Certainly we do. All the rest of it, he's putting on a good show in front of the homeowner. Because they had my phone on me. I says, right, so I'll be able to show you something now that's in court literally in the last week or so. And I start getting up the Montana case. Now, the beautiful thing about this is I started off by talking about my brother and sister not being allowed to speak to me. I'm not allowed to tell them my reasons for leaving because they're not allowed to look at any information which is not authorised. All this sort of thing. So when I got the thing out, I says, unless you're not allowed to watch the video. He says, I'm allowed to watch anything I want. I says, perfect. So I put it on, got it through very quickly to the bit where the guy in the blue suit in the Montana case that represents Jehovah's Witnesses. I honestly don't know his name. He's the second guy to talk on Kim and Mikey's video. Lovely work, Kim and Mikey. And basically the thrust of what he says, I'll leave a link in the description, is that the Bible says that there is a time to obey the authorities, and somewhere else in the Bible it says it's good to keep confidence. So when it's mandated, we tell them, and when it's not mandated, we don't tell them. And I show him this and say, now how does that fit in with you just telling me a minute ago that you report it in all cases? Oh, well, it is mandated in this country now. I'm pretty sure it's not mandated in the UK. However, I don't know that it's not mandated. I know it is for certain groups. If you've got control over children, teachers, social workers, that sort of thing, they must report it. I'm a little bit hazy on the child protection law in the UK. It's mainly the US stuff that you read about. So I didn't argue him on the point. But I did say to him, but how many countries are you in now? He says, we're in a lot of countries. He said, how many of those countries are mandated for the child abuse to be? Oh, most of them. I said, that's ridiculous, mate. Come on. Tell the truth in front of the guy here. He says, you know full well it's not mandated in all the countries. And like your lawyers just said, that's from your top brass. If it's not mandated, we will not tell the police. The homeowner is now stood there with a sort of wry smile on his face. I says, are you a Christian perchance? He says, no. I says, all right, no worries. I was about to go into various scripture, because if you're a Christian, as it's my firm belief, it's very easy for anyone who believes in the Bible to disprove everything Jehovah's Witnesses say just with a copy of a real Bible and their own literature. That's all you need. Anyway, he says, nah, to be honest, mate, I'm bordering on atheist. I just, I'm not really that interested in religion. This Jehovah's Witness is just getting lower and lower, sinking into his boots. Feel sorry for the guy, genuinely. But yeah, he stood there faithfully. Went through a whole load of other stuff. As I say, I was there for about 15 minutes. I stopped at least 3 or 4 times during the conversation, well aware that I was in uniform and only about 3 doors away from my customers. I do not want to be seen doing all this sort of stuff and have to explain it, So 3 or 4 times I did say to him, look, mate, I'm not here to cause you any problem on your doorstep. I'll leave. I just wanted to come over and check about the window cleaning service. He goes, oh, no, I'm really interested. Tell me about this, and this. I started asking questions. So anyway, I was there for quite a while. And yeah, got quite a few of my favourite subjects covered. And then, yeah, went back to the van, spoke to my co-worker. He's nothing to do with JWs, but he's been working with me for probably 2 years, 3 years, something like that. He's been on the books, so he knows all about it. If you sit next to me in the work van, you will hear about it from time to time. But yeah, no, I went back to him, started giving him a little bit of a rundown on what was happening. As we did, the JW's driving past in his van. So yeah, so truly happy. Some people call it soul saving. I just want to get people away from the cult sort of thing. I doubt he'll be back at that doorstep again anytime soon. Yeah, anyone who knows me in the flesh, in the real world, will know that for some time now I've been planning sort of phase 2 of the car crashing. I don't want to say anything yet because I don't want this getting to them before it happens, otherwise they can sort of prepare for it, but it'll be moving into phase 2 soon. I've had a couple of comments recently as well saying that I'm getting a little bit forward with people, a little bit pushy with what I'm saying. I should be respecting them a little bit more and not approaching the same people more than once. Someone on Reddit the other day told me I should take a leaf out of John Cedar's book. I'm not going to. You know what? They took 15 years of my life. They've taken a couple of my family members. I am in a beautiful situation now. I own my house. I've got a beautiful wife. I've got a beautiful son. I'm very happy. I'm not constantly 24 hours a day resentful against JWs. I have a real life. But I will not ever feel comfortable walking past a cart without at least saying something. And if it's the same people I've spoken to a few times and they're fed up of someone talking to them about the same sort of things and coming up and repeating themselves, I'd encourage them to stop preaching, because that's what they've been doing for their entire spiritual life for the corporation. So yeah, I'm going to carry on doing what I'm doing. That being said, I'm not a complete turd. I do take advice where I think it's needed. I will try and become a little bit more respectful with the way that I approach some of them. But at the point at which, if you watch my videos closely, you'll see this, at the point at which people start going, go away, don't want to hear about it anymore, leave me alone. At that point, I become belligerent and I am there until the cart leaves. That's what's happening. You don't have to leave, and I'm not ever going to threaten anyone or lean over them, and I'm not like that. I'm a big lad, but I'm not a bully by any stretch of the imagination. I always stand back and all that good stuff. But at the point at which people are giving me commands, then you may as well just pack the cart down now, because I'll be there and I'll continue talking, as is my legal right to do. So yeah, I'll tone it down a little bit, especially with the younger ones or ones I haven't seen before. You'll notice in my earlier videos, it's the first time that I'm speaking to people. So I do go in on the softly approach with them. But yeah, I am me. I am enough. I don't need Lord Evans to tell me exactly what to do or how to do it. I'm supremely confident that I've helped a few people, and you know what, I'm happy doing what I'm doing for now anyway. At some point I'll get bored of this, and I'll do something else, but for now I'm enjoying it. And yeah, just again, thanks to everyone who's watching me. Thanks to everyone who's made it. Good God, 15 minutes into this, you're going to be bored as hell by now. I'm going to cut off. I've got home. It's been a hard day. I'm going to enjoy my evening. So thank you very much, YouTube, and thank you so much for everyone who leaves comments, positive, negative, I don't care. Just knowing that people watch this and some people understand me gets me through. So thank you very much. Have a great night, everyone. See you soon.